Hey everyone, my name is Emily Rose. I'm a lead developer evangelist here at Salesforce, and I'm really excited to introduce to you Salesforce DX. But before I can do that, we've got to set the stage a little bit and talk about the principles of modern software delivery. We've had a lot of conversations with our customers. We've spoken to developers, business users alike, and we've gotten a lot of really great feedback about how you're doing software development now. And I think the 7 main takeaways that we got is that it all starts from source. It all starts with that version control system, and that code and metadata is modular. And the environments that you're developing in now must be ephemeral, easy to create and destroy. And in addition to that, all of the tools and the processes must be centered around that continuous integration and delivery. And of course, development must be based on open standards and extensible as well. But what does that look like with Salesforce DX? Well, here's what we brought together for Salesforce DX. We build together and we deliver continuously. We've got that source-driven development, we've got team collaboration, and the continuous integration and delivery. But I think the biggest point here is that everything in Salesforce DX is open, collaborative, and it's enterprise-ready out of the box. So in terms of specifics, what we've got here is, again, source-driven development. We've got the ephemeral scratch orgs that are easy to just spin up and shut down as needed. We've got the enhanced Salesforce CLI, which is very extensible and can be used as part of your CI and CD pipeline. And in addition to that, you're able to use all the IDEs or text editors that you're familiar with. So make all the choices you like there. And of course, partial and full sandboxes are enabled as well. So with that, let's jump into a demo. Here I am in the command line terminal, and I want to give you a quick tour of Salesforce DX. So what we're going to do, we're going to create a Lightning app with Salesforce DX, and then we'll push it out to our Scratch org, where we can then modify it a little bit. We're going to pull it back down into source, take a look at it, and then we'll stop there. But really, the end result would be for this Scratch org to then be used, pushed out to a sandbox where it can be taken through your CI pipeline. So here we are in the command line. As you can see, I've created an application, and to take a look at what that would look like, we've got VS Code here. And so, the layout is fairly minimal. You've got a config folder that tells you a little bit about the shape of your Scratch org. You can define some org preferences and enable or disable certain features. So for now, I'm just going to leave it as is with Salesforce 1 desktop enabled. Also, here is the SFDX project JSON, and what this does is allow you to define the paths for any additional packages that you would like to add to this application, among other things. But we're going to skip over that for the most part now. And as you can see, the folder structure is pretty much empty right now. We don't have any components for this application. So the first step would be to add a component, and you would do that with SFDX force lightning component create. And we're going to give it a name of demo component. And we have to tell it where this component needs to live. Well, that's going to be in our force app under main default aura. Once we give it that command, it's going to scaffold everything we need for that component. So you can see now we have the demo comp directory. We've got the component, its metadata, its CSS, and its controller, helper, and renderer. So great. Got that pretty much figured out, but this isn't much of a component. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab my other component. I kind of pre-baked an example component here just to save us some time. There. So let's take a look at what changes we've made here. We can do that with SFDX force source status. And what this does is it compares our local status with remote status on the org. And as you can see here, for the most part, all we've really done is make some local changes. We've added files. So let's push that up to the org and see what that looks like. We'll use the force source push command. And this is going to push everything that we just created into the org. So let's launch it. And let's create a new app. So here we are in Lightning App Builder. And we're going to create an app page. Just call this the demo app. And header and right sidebar is fine. But as you can see here, we've got that demo component that we created from source. And we've just added it right to the application. We can click Save. We'll activate it. And then enable it for the sales app. And then once that's done, you can head back and see in the sales app, we've got that demo app now. It worked. We just created a Lightning component from source. So, great success. That's pretty much all I wanted to show you for this brief tour. As I mentioned, this is kind of just the beginning, but I wanted to give you a glimpse into the modernized workflow that is possible with Salesforce DX. All right, so with our demo concluded, we're really excited to have everyone become a Salesforce DX Trailblazer. So ways you can get started. We've got 4 badges already up on Trailhead right now. You can earn them right away. If you're new to Git or GitHub, I would recommend starting with the Git in GitHub's basic badge. That will help you get the foundational understanding of VCS. But that's not all. You'll also, of course, need to actually get your DevHub enabled. So there's 2 ways you can do that. One, if you have a production or a business org, you can go into Setup and enable DevHub. Or if you're not quite ready yet, you can just enable it with a trial org. So you can get a trial with DevHub installed. It's a 30-day trial, but there'll be information on that as well. So with that, thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you found it entertaining and informative. And go forth and become a Salesforce DX Trailblazer. Thank you.